deal with bullies, I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. Why don't we help the weak? Maybe cause we think if I get involved, the same thing will happen to me. You look at it like they had taken one for the team, but if you were in the shoes, how would you want others to be? They look at you like you used to look at them. Don't matter if you're innocent, they ain't stepping in, cause they're afraid of what you're up against. So they don't care if you take the lower end. I wish I could stop this, because we shouldn't have to deal with bullies. I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. Shouldn't have to deal with bullies, I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. See, now with the bully, yeah, they only see that they have power over you, so it makes them think they are invincible. That's what they want to believe, but in reality they're just like you and me. They ain't that much different. They have emotions, they feel pain. We think we're normal, so we see them as insane. Of course they have a brain, it's the way they're trained. It's not always the fault, the parents should be blamed, cause kids shouldn't have to deal with bullies. I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. Shouldn't have to deal with bullies, I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. If you're so big and bold, and if you know it's wrong, then why be persistent when you see this is gone too far out of hand? Do you understand? You could be the last step to suicide, and then you can't apologize. What is done is done. You assisted the death cause you wanted to have fun. Their friends won't see them out of school or in class or at lunch, and think about the family they lost, the one they love. So this is why we shouldn't have to deal with bullies. I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. Shouldn't have to deal with bullies, I've witnessed too many die. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. People should stand up to them, cause victims aren't big enough to try. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. But they say that's how the story goes, how the story goes. That's how the story goes, how the story goes.